Hey everyone, Wanderer here. Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. So we're just kind of wrapping up some of the quests out here in the Big MT. I'm now exploring to find some items I need for the auto dock. Go to our map here. The Botanical Garden, see the last thing we need to unlock. Okay, let's go ahead and go there and do it then. Alright, so I should be able to get into this area now. Now that I have, well, maybe. Where am I supposed... Up here, is it? Maybe I was just going in the wrong area before. Oh. A plant. Ah! 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 Get away! Get away from me! God damn, things blend in so well. Sure, I'm just about crippled again. Whoa! Okay. Lesson learned. Just stay stealth, man. Okay, biological research station. I guess there is an auto dock there which can heal limbs, right? I guess that would be a priority here. I should have done that first, maybe. So, find the missing modules for the light switches and the jukebox. Okay. So, one in the Big Mountain North Tunnel and one back down at the transmitter antenna array. I guess I missed one down there. Okay. Is that all that's here? Can I not actually go inside of here? I don't see an entrance anywhere. That might just be all we can do here. What about the robot area? I guess I need a key for that. It's already over in the Magneto-Hydraulics Complex, the YO Research Center. Huh, where is the, there was that robotics area that I saw earlier. Did I not discover that this time? I mean, pretty sure I did. Maybe it doesn't show up on the map, I don't know. I need a key for it though, so I guess I can't. Maybe it's after we do the other stuff. All right, let's go over to here and see if we can find this thing over here. So it is inside of here, right? Certainly seems to be. Oh, guys, right there. I totally missed it earlier, didn't I? Yeah, light switch. Okay. I guess it wasn't that vital. Oh, I can go down here now, though. I forgot about that. All right, let's do this. Down into the tunnel, into the cave here. Don't see any enemies. Is this just like a supply cache? Kind of looks like a dead end down here, so may just be a cache of supplies. I mean, it's a nice stuff down here. Oh, it's the LAER. It's not the advanced one like I have, but it's an LAER. I see. Not as good, obviously, but still decent, probably. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Mine obviously has the prismatic lens on it, so I wonder how that affects it, but still good. I can use it to repair it as well, although I'll probably just sell it because selling it's worth way more. Okay, I guess that's all it's here then. I'm glad we came back here though, because then we could go down there and get that stuff. I wouldn't have seen it before. Okay, next up, all the way back down to the X2 transmitter array. Enemies nearby, huh? Oh, hello. You know what? This is the area. Have to remember to come back here later on. Oh, I can get in here now. Okay. Was I here before? I don't think I was. Let me save real quick. Oh no, this is not good. Should we tell him it's dead? I guess I didn't realize this was the Forbidden Zone, but yeah, apparently it is. Well, sorry, Mobius, your guy is dead, so we can... So the X-42 Giant Robo-Scorpion test log. The Saturnite armor plating on the giant Robo-Scorpion has exceeded expectations, mostly. While it's virtually impervious to small arms fire, the sonic emitter that Parsons brought is managed to fry several of the prototype's subsystems. We'll have to look into improved EMP shielding for the next prototype. On a more positive note, the prototype's new atomic laser is performing admirably. Some residual radiation is left behind after the weapon discharges. It may be necessary to requisition more radiation suits and meds as a precaution. Okay. Target drone effectiveness log. The constant improvements to the giant Robo-Scorpion has rendered the Protect drone models we've been using as hostile communist forces largely ineffective. At this stage, are little more than distractions. Okay, so yeah, it's powerful, but not as powerful as me and my Elijah's Advanced LAER, which is way, way better. Although, I'm kind of worried there are going to be more things coming out of here. This guy actually has an LAER on him. Oh, here are the Protectrons, I guess. Maybe I could have released the Protectrons as well to help me. This is supposed to be like a really crazy big, like, giant boss battle, I guess, but yeah, at this point in the game, it's just kind of like, just kill everything really easily. And this is the emergency shutdown terminal password. Okay, so if I had gotten this, if I'd snuck over here and gotten this, I could have disabled him instead. Alas, I didn't see anything over here, it was all dark, so I just shied him and killed him. Next run. We can try disabling him. So what do we have up here? These seem to be like observational areas. Ah, we can't get in here. Nice doctor's bag. Oh, thank God. I need those so bad. Bunch of Radaway and stuff here. We got here a whole bunch of energy cells and stuff. Drained ones. Which is cool, I'm totally alright with that. I can always use fission cells to recharge them and get quite a lot of energy cells back, and then convert those to MF cells, and yeah. The cycle of ammo continues. Is this a turret? Could I have, like, enabled this turret, repaired it? Or was it supposed to help me or fight me or something? I don't know. I killed the damn Scorpion so fast, it didn't really trigger the actual fight, maybe. Or it might just be decoration, too, I don't know. Okay, and this is... okay, turret control system, yeah. I could have activated that and had that fought for me as well. Unfortunately, this weapon is just too overpowered, man. Really, you can't go across here? I have to go all the way back down? That sucks. Could have done with some more lights in here, you know? It's rather dark. Let me check this way first. I'm not sure what empty syringes actually do. If they have any purpose at all besides just selling them. A lot of booze in here too, man. Okay, here's the emergency shutdown. I could have shut him down here. Since I got that terminal password, which is over by the Protectrons, would not have been able to. Per instructions from the higher-ups, after that one time the giant Robo-Scorpion's attack routine malfunctioned, we've installed the emergency shutdown procedure. I was hoping never have to use it. The prototype systems will all be fried, blah, blah. Okay. Fine. It's already dead. We don't care. Could use a forcip or no, a scalpel and wrenches. That's pretty much it. Scalpels and wrenches. That's all we're looking for. We have here audio sample Mobius's Robo-Scorpion. Okay, I'm assuming that's like the most powerful one of all. Okay, one more thing here. Another LAER? Another one, yeah. Alright, that seems to be all, but there's a door we can go back to over here. Now, I wonder if we will meet Mobius back here finally. Let me get a save in case we do. Perhaps we can get our brain back.
Not an angry bone in my body. Have them all removed. Yo, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days.
Yeah, you look pretty banged up.
Familiar somehow. I'm guessing you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Really, you seem, you know, like an okay guy to me. Is that better?
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
Thanks.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-erific thoughts and ideas when those chalky talents are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
You're not exactly what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
Really? Wow, 8,000 experience. Holy crap. I was curious about some things, Mobius.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Or maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
I can't fix your monitor, but if you're getting ghost reception, I can fix that.
The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break.
So, you don't seem aggressive. Why broadcast threats to the think tank?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
Still curious about some things.
I find things curious as well. Go on.
So, what can you tell me about your robo-scorpions?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought, but they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts.
Think you're confusing the word desert with dessert. Anyway, sounds like you built the Robo-Scorpions, issued threats to keep the think tank occupied.
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the raisins better than I do.
So, everything you've told me doesn't really add up. Your plan, even your name, Mobius.
Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I, although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
You reprogrammed their names as part of a recursion loop? What, to trap their processors?
Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
A recursion loop is designed to prevent the flow of information, so...
The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan C's in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. Probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here, or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan B's in case the A's fail.
Klein, Mobius, O's a circle, H's an infinity symbol. They're all loops. I get it. Wow, that's pretty smart there.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time, and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quiet professional. Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do. Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
So there were other visitors, though. Why am I different?
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
The bullet that went into my brain? Doc Mitchell tried to patch me up, but...
Yes, very good. I should have mentats ingest you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodoc in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem, and the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial selves into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation...
Klein said they had the idea to get the three technologies after your broadcast. Coincidence?
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth. My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, Pardon my language. All those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
But the think tank downloaded the schematics, not the items. They could rebuild them.
Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried.
So, what's the purpose of the technologies?
The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit? Why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things. They had them all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either.
So, was there any other data transmitted in your threat broadcast?
Yes, my overly aggressive cammed up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so.
Okay, still curious about some things.
Yes, this is getting interesting. You are just filled with these little slices of curiosity, aren't you?
So, why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Why is that a problem?
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do. Even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Oh well.
I don't wanna kill him. Curious.
Yes,
Okay, time for me to go. Goodbye.
indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Okay, so I level up. Another one of these, huh? Okay, I guess, alright, I think, Entomologist is pretty good because that does more damage against mantises, rad scorpions, and, the main one being cazadors. 50% more damage against them is really good, so I might get that. You know what? I think. Tell you what, we'll get Hunter this round, and then next level we'll get the other one. Hunter is the one that does 75% more crit damage against animals, the mutated animals. Leveled again. Okay. So, Dr. Mobius doesn't seem evil, really. Just a forgetful old chem-addicted robot. Nice, got some scrubs. What is... the hell was that?
They said I was mad. Preposterous. Not an angry bone in my body. Had them all removed.
Mobius's gloves. Okay, what does that do? Critical hit frenzy, energy weapons -5, perception -2. Yeah, no, I'll pass.
I'm running out of floor space for my calculations.
I don't see anything on the ground here, actually. Fixing things. That's a big robo-brain. Have a look around here before we do anything else. I know my brain's right over there, but I want to look around real quick first. Of course. Got some more free drained cells. Random money. Psycho. The proton axe. Worth 3,500, man. Worth so much per... Gotta repair some stuff and get rid of some weight here if I can. Okay, is this our brain?
They said I was mad. Preposterous. Not an angry bone in my body.
Again, I will talk to my brain in a second here. Want to make sure I get everything around here first. Okay, let's go and talk to our brain. It should be everything. Just some more random stuff over there.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
Are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
Why are you such a dick?
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Well, yeah, you're my brain. Of course you're responsible.
I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those, feelings that motivate you, those urges to hurt people, to take and crush and maim, do you know where they come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
But you're the source of most of those glands, unless you're arguing that my thyroid is to blame.
Well, look, it's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Admit it, you're just as glandular as I am.
Oh, all right. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it.
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back in my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
But what about the good things? What about crushing those who oppose you, the smell of fire and loot?
All motivated by nothing but an imbalance in certain brain chemicals. The tank corrects for that. I feel no urge toward antisocial behavior.
Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
So we're at an impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
I think we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So what do you say, Brain? Join me for some more wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
They promised to put us back together once I did what they wanted.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
You're part of me. I know you don't want that to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
So I can take my brain with me. Interesting. If they won't hold up their bargain, we'll make them. Let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Your brain added. Okay, so I can use the Sync autodock to retrieve my heart and my spine and everything else. I wonder if Mobius has anything else to say about this.
Oh, I see you and your brain reached a compromise. How pleasant. I hypothesize after the indignant frequencies my receptors had recepted, such a partnership-based conclusion would be low on the likely scale.
So my brain told me the think tank needs to be stopped. Can you help?
If I recall, I had a plan that was working, whatever it was. I don't think it reached fruition. I would recall fruit if it had happened. I wasn't trying to kill them, just keep them out of trouble. What was that plan? Blast. I probably wrote it down on the floor somewhere.
So what was the plan you had?
Something ingenious and needlessly complicated, I expect. I may have already told you and forgotten it. I forgot I had forgotten pencils until one day I found one. Spent days studying its purpose before my memory circuit kicked in. Felt quite silly.
So what could we do to stop them that doesn't require violence?
Well, you could try and appeal to their humanity. That's a tired cliche. And really, when they were humans, they weren't very good humans.
I'd really like to kill them. Suggestions on how I could make them change their minds?
Well, there's many things they have forgotten, sitting in their bowls. Friendship, the thrill of discovery. Love, masturbation, the usual. Much like your brain, I am certain there is something you can spark within each of them. Memories, hormones. A wise man once said, "The eyes do more than see. Make them see, if you can. Or, if not, you can always make them succumb to fear." It certainly worked for me, for a time. Then you came along, and bravery and/or desperation trumped that little idea. Back to the drawing board, I suppose. Or is this the end? Hard to tell.
So, scare them, how?
Oh, tell them I'm still alive. We had a nice chat, and we agree on a few things. That's true, isn't it? Or you could kill me and lie about it. Either way, it would be interesting. And if you are partial to lying and deception, well, you could tell them a ludicrous lie. The more over the top, the better. That's my experience. They're more than a little gullible. Better make it convincing, though, or it'll be the dissection table and vivisectors for you. And if you speak of me, please try and make me look good. I am Dr. Mobius, after all, not some lab assistant teacher's aide.
Okay, can I have a mentat?
Why, of course you can. I am well versed in the science of sharing. Well, when not chemmed out of my sphere.
Okay. Time for me to go. Alright. Well, I guess we have to go and convince these guys to let us go. I don't know how it's gonna work. We have to convince each of them, which might be rather difficult to do. I may have to find something that each of them wants and then convince them to not be total jerks. But in the meantime, we can go over and reunite ourselves, I guess, with our spine and heart. And the brain we can't do yet. I have my brain with me. That's correct, right? My brain is actually with me here. Miscellaneous. It might not say it's in here, actually. But I do think my brain is actually with me. So, yeah. I guess we can try. Alright, so let me see here. Data, quest, we have go and find the missing modules for the light switches on the jukebox. You know, we're gonna go back to the sink, I think, and go ahead and get our stuff reinstalled here. I should be able to activate the auto dock and then get our spine and stuff reinstalled. I mean, you don't have to, right? I don't know. I guess we'll see. So let's see here. Let's get this going.
Well, how about that? Old auto dock's back online. Well, all right. Come here. Let's have a look at you. You are, without a doubt, the healthiest son of a bitch I've ever seen wandering the big empty. Ain't got no use for an old digital sawbones like me.
Can you do anything beyond healing me?
Well, firstly, I would say providing wholeness of the body is service enough, but if you must know, I'm also programmed with cosmetical subroutines. Diagnostic says they're offline at the moment, though. Something about corrupted data files and all manner of such foolishness. If you want a haircut or a nose job that won't leave you looking like a ghoul with alopecia, you'll have to find replacement discs for them. Also, and I won't swear to this, but I recollect at some point having a few implant installation modules. Can't speak to where they got to, though.
Okay, and, psychic evaluation on me. Yeah, medical services.
And rightly so, I should think. All right, then. Let me just fire up the old interface for you.
Okay, so we can do some various stuff here. I can get a swap body parts. Probably want to do that, huh? So, place your heart back in your chest. Okay, your heart is back in your body, but some advanced technologies remain. You are less resistant to poison, and robots are only somewhat confused by you. But on the bright side, healing items are twice as effective. Okay. That seems pretty good. Okay, implant C13 is now available for surgical installation. Y3 and Y7 are also available.
Some additional...
Let's see here. Services, yes. And I'd like to manage my body parts. And let me see. Oh, plus 10% Cazador damage, man. Wow. Those are kind of crazy, actually. Some of these are pretty cool. Drinking radiation remove. It's not that big of a deal. Managing my radiation is not a big deal, but plus 10% Cazador damage might be nice. Man, they must have known how much we hate Cazadors to give us plus 10% damage against them. Let's go back here. What about this? Yeah, reattach your spine. Okay, your spine is back in your body, but some technologies remain. Your torso can now be crippled again, but your strength and damage threshold bonuses have doubled. Nice. +2.
3 angry death claws make for a lot of reconstructive surgery. You require some additional...
Alright, that should be all. Let's go to manage implants here. This seems like the most beneficial one, I guess. What happens if I hit perform? So if I hit prepare, costs 1,000 caps, and then
You require some additional...
yeah, let's do manage implants and perform surgery. There we go. So I can change stuff here. So what do we have? So I've got 2 special stats here. I probably don't have anything I want that bad. Limb regeneration. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good too. Don't have anything for that one. Okay, never mind. I guess we can't really do that right now. Can I repair the other ones too? I guess I could prepare these, but I don't really need them, so I'm not going to really worry about it. Basic physical. So are we like all good to go now? So radiation removed and everything as well? Yeah, looks like our rads are removed and our arms and everything are all in good condition now. Okay, cool. All right, well that's nice. That's good, I guess. So I want to add the the new sonic emitter here. Yes, found a sound wave file for you. So we got the Robo Scorpion is available, and I want to recalibrate. Let's do this one and Robo Scorpion. What does that do? Out of curiosity here. Does a lot higher damage. Critical strike explosion. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Alright, so then we have 2 things left to do here. Confront Dr. Klein and end your imprisonment, and then we have to go and get these 2, which I might go and do those first next episode before we do the final confrontation. And then we want to explore around here a bit too. There's a lot of areas I haven't gone to yet, you know, like over in here and stuff. There might be some good stuff around there, you never know. So yeah, that's gonna probably end the episode for this time, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will be finishing up next time.